My name is Timmy T, and I'm at a house party. And I think they're putting on the Blair Witch Project. Oh no, it's True Detective. Let's hope it's season 1. Oh no, it's season 4. Here we go again, another week and another absolute shower. Following the really corny rip-off of the Blair Witch Project, True Detective Episode 4 continues where Episode 3 left off, with absolutely nothing happening. There are more fillers than an episode of Love Island or Keeping Up with the Kardashians. What is the actual point of this show? Still, no one seems to give a toss about the 8 naked dead men randomly lying in the middle of the ice rink. What happened to them? How did they die? No one gives a stuff. We can only assume they've just thawed out by now and they're just letting off a little smell. That's more than I can say about True Detective Season 4, which is one great big stinky turd. We are 4 episodes down and still nothing has happened. The only thing this series has achieved is make me hate Billie Eilish through the constant needle drops. Is she actually going to have any fans left after this show? With this episode, the show's creators have given up any pretense of this being a detective show. This is a soap opera, pure and simple. And in this episode of Shitstenders, everyone seems to be having a competition of who can have the worst Christmas Eve. It's the big day for Hank, and today his mail-order bride will be arriving. The most useless detective in the world has been sending money to a random woman he met on the internet for her mother's operation or something equally ridiculous. Well, he goes to the airport with bunny toy in hand, and surprise, surprise, she's not on the plane. It turns out that the whole thing has been a scam.
I am Jack's complete lack of surprise.
Meanwhile, Danvers' stepdaughter has gone full Greta Thunberg and decided to graffiti the offices of the local mining company. Danvers manages to get her off without charge, but still her stepdaughter seems to be pissed with her for some reason, and decides to move out. With Christmas dinner completely knackered, Danvers decides to trade her turkey for a liquid lunch. You can't deny this is the kind of stuff you want to see in a hard-hitting detective show. Who needs complex mysteries or hard-hitting dialogue when you can have teenage tantrums? I mean, who gives a toss? To be honest, I think Danvers has lucked out here. If there was a straight-up choice between vodka on cornflakes or sharing a turkey with the insufferable prat that is her stepdaughter, vodka-induced oblivion would win out every single time. Unfortunately, Danvers getting smashed means bad news for Pryor. She decides to drunkenly prank him by sending him out into the middle of nowhere, so he misses out on quality Christmas Eve family time. The upshot of this is that his wife is no longer talking to him. Again, I really don't understand the point of this story. Are we supposed to be siding with the wife here because it's kind of his job to work unsociable hours? But the shittiest Christmas Eve prize has to go to Navarro. Her sister commits suicide after discovering that she's got the girl from the Ring movies sleeping under her bed, throwing pieces of fruit at her. She strips off in the snow and walks out into the ocean to, you guessed it, another needle drop from Billie Eilish. It's such a beautiful scene and the emotional payoff is so great. I'm tearing up now thinking about it. Her body is found by the Coast Guard within the hour, which is as ridiculous as it is impressive. Finding out that her sister is brown bread, Navarro decides to trash a mental hospital.
Ooh. You're hard, showing off.
Now she's feeling especially tough, she decides to start a fight and gets the ever-loving shit beaten out of her. Having had the shit beaten out of her, she decides to pop round her fuck buddy's house, who conveniently happens to be in and doesn't have any plans on Christmas Eve. Does anyone have any family or friends in this town? Is anyone just having a normal family Christmas? Apparently not. At the end of this soap opera episode, the writer obviously decided she had better cram in something vaguely story-related, so Danvers and Navarro end up at what appears to be an abandoned dredge. Cue spooky stuff happens. The girl from the Ring movies reappears, but this time without the fruit. Danvers chases after what she thinks is a multiple murder suspect, but just turns out to be a junkie rambling complete and utter nonsense. "We're all in the night country," he snarls. Now I don't know what this is supposed to mean, and I'm not even sure the writer knows, to be honest. She just stuck in this dialogue because she thinks it sounds suitably creepy, no doubt. To be honest, this whole episode feels like I'm watching Love Actually, but everyone in this version is just having a shitty Christmas and is determined to have a crap time.